Matt, just to kick us off, your final reflections on our first league game of the season at Grimsby on Saturday.
Yeah, very similar. I watched it back a couple of times on that long journey home on Saturday evening. Bitty, messy, not good enough in too many moments. It broke down and didn't look right and didn't feel right, and execution, the outcome ultimately wasn't enough. We were still in the game and still very close to the game, and it had a first game of the season feel for both teams. And we've created some good chances, but we'd have been lucky to come away with a point because, like I say, watching it back and like I said after the game, there are too many moments which are deflating moments where we're in control and then we lose control of that. We lose our rhythm, we lose our personality off the back of that as well, and we're too open in too many moments of the game. So, work to be done. Started on the training pitch. Started day one of pre-season, and that will continue. And we are going to be work in progress for a period of time. But yeah, I certainly know how it looked watching it back, and the frustration that was felt.
70 odd minutes in, we looked down to the touchline, and Frankie Phillips was getting himself changed, and we wondered, had Jack taken a knock then or something? Or
well, no, he on one of the playing out moments, he ended up kicking it and felt his knee. We just spoke there. There's several players had injections and have treatment on a regular basis and are carrying problems, and Jack is one of them. But he's desperate to be out on the pitch and desperate to keep on playing and desperate to keep putting himself out there. In that moment, we didn't notice his knee straight away, but he felt something. It turned out to be his knee, but the way we reacted on the bench was it could have been anything, and then you immediately turn to your next in line and tell him to get ready. But Jack was able to carry on, and it didn't seem to affect him from that point on. And actually, he's trained, not free from pain, but he's trained this week, and he should be available for this weekend, which we're delighted about.
Someone we haven't mentioned, obviously, was Guion as well. Picked up that nasty-looking shoulder injury back at Bristol against Bristol City, but it seems, I think you said he's playing through pain, even though he can play now.
Yeah, I mean, there's Guion and Ed who've got shoulder problems. Guion's was more serious than Ed's, but anyone will notice that Ed can't throw a ball. So when the ball goes out of play down our right hand side, it's Fitzy who comes to take it as opposed to Ed. They have him heavily strapped. But Guion's certainly one on the back of the Plymouth game we wanted to protect a little bit. But now he's 3 weeks post that initial injury against Bristol City. Ed's probably 4.5, 5 weeks post his initial one. So they're getting better, but they're certainly not right by any means. But we hope Guion will be fully available this weekend, and it's my decision whether he starts the game or not, because he's certainly someone who adds control and expected quality in the opposition half in the final third, and he's got the personality and the experience to do that.
Do you have any other concerns about anyone else ahead of the game?
No, Ethan comes back into the squad on the back of his one-game suspension. Harry Kite's still got a bit of tightness in his calf, which we're assessing on a daily basis. So a race against time for Harry. But the rest of the squad is absolutely fine. Look, on the back of the Monday, Saturday, and the travel involved, there were some tired bodies at the start of this week. That is part and parcel of being a professional footballer. I think you probably saw by the way some of them moved, by the way some of them performed, that Monday took an awful lot out of them. Sounds strange to say because everyone thinks, Monday you've got the rest of the week to recover and Saturday, but I thought Chazzy's legs were there against Plymouth, and I mean really there. And then he was one of a number who struggled with the speed of the game on Saturday. But then he'd be better for this weekend. These are young players learning their trade. And still, when you're not quite right or at 100% your physical capabilities, can you still find a way to be effective in the game? That's a key learning aspect for us.
And it's Accrington at home on Saturday. So our team, in many ways, have a similar story to ours. They've moved up the leagues with one of the smallest budgets and have competed really well. And they're still a good opposition today, aren't they?
Yes, yeah. Team we respect, a team we admire. Team I played against as a young player coming through and at non-league level. They've gone on to be a football league club and get to League One and then drop back down to League Two. Always find players around the Northwest, a lot from the non-league scene, a lot go on to another level after Accrington. So a good club who gives great opportunities to young players. Physical team, strong team, started the season well against Colchester. They could have got more out of that game, but a real threat in certain moments of the game, which we're aware of and we have to expect and be ready for. So we're looking forward to the challenge they pose, but then we're at home. We want to force a run-in. We want to be in a better attacking capacity than we were the last two games or the first two games of the season. I'm sure we will be this weekend.
Yeah, what do you think that we need to improve on from Saturday, maybe to get over the line and pick up the points on this Saturday?
Well, we've got to have more control moving up the pitch. I think that's obvious. We've got to play the game in the opposition half more than we did against Grimsby. It felt like there was too many of the same moments, and the same moments broke down. The data, watching it, your eyes don't lie. But there was over 15 turnovers in our own half. Those turnovers lead to something. None of them led directly to a goal, but it's pressure, it's set pieces, it's field position, it's the feel of the game. So we've got to cut out our build moments where it goes wrong, understand how to execute that, and also get a few more bodies closer to Jayden and in a higher position in the opposition defensive line. I think from the team setup and structural aspects and personnel, we'll do that. And then when we did get balls in the box, we looked like a team who could score. But also I'm well aware that some of our attacking moments have got to have a better outcome than just a goal kick for the opposition team.
And it's obviously our first home game of the season in the league as well, and the fans have got a key part to play to helping us try and make SJP quite intimidating and a fortress.
Yeah, it's down to us as well. We've got to bring our pitch energy, and the fans always respond off the back of that. If we've no tempo or rhythm, or if we've no feel in our play, then the fans will be the same. We've got to generate an atmosphere for them to build on, to grow and to support, and then to make it noisy and loud and lively, and a difficult place to play for opposition teams. I'm sure we'll be able to do that. We know where we want to get to, and we're certainly not there as yet. And I think our fans generally understand that. They need to understand the lads are really trying and giving it absolutely everything. And at moments we won't look like the finished article, but our effort and intent towards that will continue. And we'll need their support this weekend and moving forward.
Just about 2 weeks left of the transfer window until it shuts as well. Do you anticipate much movement in the next sort of week or so, or towards the end of the window?
Well, possibly. We've had the first offer for Jayden Wareham.
Oh, okay.
So the first offer of this window sounds so strange to say at this moment in time. So we had the first offer. It's been turned down. So we've had the first official offer for one of our players. We'll see how that develops, grows, materialises. Like I say, it's been turned down. But in terms of where we are in relation to bringing players in, we're dependent on players moving and moving out, and that's not Jayden's situation, that's across the board as well. We were so grateful for the club to free up the money we got in from the Plymouth game, and that being shown live on Sky allowed us to bring a couple more players in. So we're ready for all scenarios, situations, eventualities. We're as well prepared as we possibly can be, but there is a little bit of unknown.
One last thing, he'll hate me if I mention this because he's sat right next to me, but unfortunately it's Stu James' last press conference with us today. Someone who's covered the club for 25 years, and I've known him for over a decade now, and you've known him, I think, since your playing days, but it's going to be a big miss, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He is. Exeter City through and through, and United as well, which makes me like him even more. But yeah, from he said about the day I signed, I think we did an interview at the old training ground, or here, but in the old building, so to speak. So he's seen my Exeter City career, but he's always asked questions well, written honestly, always had Exeter City at the forefront of his heart and his words, done so much, and probably watched so many games as well. There'll be some memorable ones, there'll be ones he'll want to forget, but I'm sure that will continue in a supporter capacity. So always welcome at the training ground, always welcome at the football club, and someone I've really enjoyed spending time with.
And we got him a little gift as well.
We got him a gift as well.
Hopefully you can give to him. There we go.
Yes, we have. We've got, I don't know which one he'll like more. So we got your shirt, Stu.
Oh, love it.
With 25, a signed shirt.
I thought 25 years had to be, isn't it?
Brilliant.
And then I was a bit unsure.
We've got a bit of everything, really.
Yes. We've got ciders and then some ales.
Devon-based beverages, of course.
But Devon-based, all local produce.
Is this for a game of Hoover?
All local produce, but it's been a pleasure.
Matt.
I mean that, and like I say, you're always welcome here, and I'm sure we'll see you at a lot of games as well.
Thanks to you boys as well. I've always said that you guys are the best in the business, and I genuinely mean it.
You have to open the shirt up now so we can see it.
Let's have a look at it.
Yeah. I said, I reckon Ed James has got confused when he signed that, going, that's not my number.
Love it.
There we go.
Cheers, chaps. Thank you very much.